Hello everyone, this is a demonstration video to show some of the features of the 5704 Viper alarm system, and not only the regular system. Oh hey, we got a deer running across the field out there. Figure I catch it on camera here. There he goes. Every day you see that. But alright, this is the 5704 Viper alarm system, and I've added um, the 508 proximity sensor, um, and also the ability to turn on and turn off my radio by remote. And also what's added is the window module to roll down and roll up the windows. Okay, basically this thing's armed right now. If you want to start, you're going to hit the center button on the side here on the remote. This is a two-way remote. It communicates with the car, and whatever's going on with the car, it will tell you what's happening on the remote. So push this button. It's going to start the car. Okay, car started. When it does that, it initiates a lock sequence to make sure it's locked also. Alright. As you can see, it tells me the internal temperature of the car. I did have it running for a while earlier, so it is 64 degrees in there right now. So it does tell you how warm it is in there, and that feature will run for a period of time, and then it'll give you a warning on your remote that it's getting ready to shut off, so you can either add more time or let it shut off automatically within the 3 minutes that's left. Alright, next, I'll disarm the remote by pushing the disarm button. One time unlocks my driver's door, second time unlocks all the doors. I have it set up that way, so that way it adds security. You can enter the driver's door and still have the other doors locked. Next feature I want to show you is the window module. Well, this thing will actually rearm itself if I don't open the door here, so I'm going to open the door and shut it so that way it won't rearm itself. It has that feature also, so that way if you accidentally unlock the car with the remote in your pocket, it'll relock. Alright, so for the window module, you're going to use the function button on the side here. Mine's going to be set for auxiliary 2, so I'm going to push that 2 times, and then the top button. It's going to crack the windows there. And do that one more time. 1, 2. Oops. And push it. Okay. Now if you want to roll them all the way down, you're going to go to auxiliary 2 and hold down the button, and it's going to give a command to roll them all the way down. Okay. Now what I've also added to this, I'm going to go ahead and stop the car here because I don't know if it'll work with the car running, because I have windows set. I have the window set to where when the car is armed or starts, that they'll roll up automatically. So I'm going to turn the car off here, and if you want to roll them up, it's auxiliary 3 on here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, hit it. It's going to pulse up. So if you hit it with a tap, it's going to pulse. Oops, I went to, I had to go to 3 there. Okay, and again, if you hold the button down, it's going to roll them all the way up. So that's nice to have that control by the remote. I mean, it's not necessary, of course, but it's just nice to have that feature. And also want to show you, that's why I cracked the windows down a little bit here, that when you arm the system, it rolls the windows up. Alright. Now for the next feature is a proximity sensor. A lot of people that I've seen on YouTube don't install these correctly. The ideal installation is going to be You don't want people to be walking by your vehicle, of course, setting off your alarm. So you don't want that. This is a 2-zone system. So what you want to have ideally is the outside zone. You want to have so it's a few inches from the glass that it sets off the proximity sensor. That's going to be ideal. And as you can see on the remote here, that it's warning me. Now it says shock sensor on here. It's because of the way I have it wired. I wired the proximity sensor into the shock sensor port, which you can do that. And I know that if this is going off shock sensor, that more than likely it's going to be the proximity sensor, because the shock sensor takes a heck of a blow to set it off. So again, get close to the glass. It's going to warn me, and it's going to go to the remote. So if you're inside a building and somebody walks by your car too close, you'll know. I'm just going to show you around the vehicle here that it covers all around the vehicle, and that's because it was set up properly. One thing to take in consideration when doing this yourself, or even having a shop install it, is that you want to have this in the center of your vehicle. Here, I'm going to disarm this so I can go inside here and show you guys where where I installed this. Okay. I installed this one in here in my center console next to the cup holder. This is about the center of the vehicle as I'm going to get. Now, do yourself a favor when you install this, and install it. You want it to be out of sight. You don't want to see this thing. I've seen people putting them on their roof. I've seen people putting them on top of their center console. That's god awful ugly. Don't do that, man. That's just ridiculous to do an install like that. It's a hillbilly install. You just don't want to do it that way. Ideally, you want it flat. Mine's sitting flat on a piece of metal. You want it to be on the metal chassis if possible, with the tabs on the unit facing the front of the car and the back of the car. That's going to be the ideal way to do that, and that allows it to project the 2-zone field properly. And that's why I'm able to walk up to the car within 4 inches and it sets off the trigger. Now that's how you want it. If you can put it in different positions, and you can put it off of metal, but it's not going to give you the proper zones. It'll still work, but it's not going to trigger properly. I'm going to lock this again. Give it a second here to set up. I'm going to roll these windows down. Okay. Now, I'll walk up to the vehicle. With the windows down, it's a little more sensitive, so I can get. And if I reach into the vehicle to grab something, that's when it's going to go off. Okay. So ideally, you want to have it set up to the zone is just inside the vehicle. And I reached it probably about 8 inches in, which is fine. Most of the stuff that they're going to try to steal is going to be towards the center of the vehicle. Alright. Lastly, I want to show you is auxiliary 1. Push the button one time, and then auxiliary. It's going to turn on the stereo, which is an added feature I thought was kind of neat. And there we go. some old 50 Cent going on here. So essentially, you can sit outside your car, and then when you wanted to walk away from it, everyone shuts it off. And you push the lock button, and it rolls up the windows, and the car's secured. So that's all I got. I just wanted to show you guys the 5704 alarm system with proximity sensor, window module, and stereo mod to where you can turn the stereo on. Have a great day, YouTubers. Thanks for watching.